Welcome guys, everyone ready for another trading day. Welcome to the live session from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. I hope that everyone is ready for another amazing trading day. First of all, looking at gold, you can see that this is the 4-hour candle. The market has broken down to the liquidity zone, so we could see some movement in gold in the upcoming session, along with the JPY pairs and USD pairs. So early today we have seen news has been released on Euro pairs and NZD today, and also AUD. So coming up, another high impact news, we will be covering the fully preliminary GDP on dollar, and also today, in my zone early is coming GBP news. CNHS might be getting volatile as tomorrow news coming up all day, and OPEC meetings as well, so we might see WTI also getting very crazy. Okay, so we will be looking at all of them one by one, including CAD also, so as tomorrow coming up on CAD. So before I begin this live session, that guys, make sure that you are not forgetting to smash the like button, and also press that subscribe button if you haven't done yet. And with that being said, if you are new to the channel, make sure that you are not missing any of this part of this live session. We do open live trade, and also we discuss the live analysis about the technical fundamental, also the trading psychology. If you have any question to ask, you can use the live chat to ask any question that you have. So looking at that on gold, first of all, what do you see that here? This is where we saw that there was a breakdown on gold, and that break we have seen the price has broken that liquidity zone from the 4-hour back-to-back 2 candles. Now for me, I'm just waiting for this price to break this low and then to go back up to create a new higher high. So at this point, there is a very high chance for us to find a bullish trading opportunity on gold, which is possible as we see that gold currently in a liquidity zone. Okay, so where there is a high probability for gold to bounce up that level. Now we discuss about the liquidity, and I'm sure that many of you guys are very good at it at the moment. But if you are not, don't hesitate to ask me using the live chat. We will be discussing more on that as well to understand how the liquidity works. So if you look at a 30 minutes time frame on gold, we can see that with this local bearish market structure, gold currently creating series of lower high and lower low, which is locally in a downtrend, but the major trend on gold is bullish, and the price already had broken that market structure on the lower time frame in 30 minutes and 15 minutes, and even on the 4-hour we see a breakdown which is in a liquidity zone. And now it is important to see how far it is coming down, and I think that because there is a big long bullish candle here on gold, for me it may not drop drastically. In case if gold is coming down to 2035 level, breaking that low could give us a very good entry opportunity. We'll be waiting for news 1.5 hours. Before that, if we find a very impressive entry, definitely we will be entering. Otherwise, we'll see how the news is impacting the price. Any drop to this level will be appreciated for potential entry opportunity. You want to see a clean reversal pattern and we can look at for the price to go from this level to that level. That will give us that entry opportunity. All right guys, I hope that you are enjoying starting of the session. We want to make some profit on that as well, like we do in our previous lives as well. So make sure that you you are not missing out by pressing the bell button, subscribing to the channel, and don't forget to like the stream. That will help the stream to be visible to more people. Thank you for your support to the channel. So let's keep that up on gold, and we will be waiting for that for the price to drop further, and once we will find that entry, we will be entering the trade. Guys, make sure that you are patient enough to find that trade. For the trade to come to you, you can go to the trade, or trade can come to you. All right, so so which one is you prefer? Do you prefer the trade come to you, or you wanna jump onto the trade, which is a very crucial important point, because when you let the trade come to you, then you are in control of that trade. So let the market show its hand before opening any position, and we should see the market give us opportunity time to time, because this is the job of the market, to give us trade. All right, if we don't ask for it, it will give. It's like a it's the way the market moves. Now, for understanding when to trade, we discuss here in this live session. In our previous session also, we discussed on how to understand that the market is giving you a trade, in fact, because which candle to trade, which candlestick pattern to look at, and how to look at. So we also had in-depth discussion in every session. So we'll be doing the same thing here a bit differently, because there are a lot of things you can take from this session, from this live session, in addition to the live trades. So yeah, take full advantage of it, guys, and let me know what's your interest, which pair you are looking at. Rohit, hello. Knock knock. Ajay, well done. Rohit, looking good, sir, thank you. I'm from Uganda, can't wait to gain something today, thank you. Fred, hello coach, can you look at Gbpusd? I'm on sell, currently running 30 pips profit. So you are sell on Gbpusd, currently 30 pip profit. Let me see. Now Gbpusd is a long-term bullish market. So your sell means that you are trading against the trend, but I don't want to make a comment on your trade, because that day, I think 3 days ago, as soon as dollar yen, I know that it's a bull market. As soon as I said that dollar yen is a bull market, the price started to drop, and that that might make you confusing. So if you have open a trade, then definitely open based on your strategy. So I shouldn't make an opinion on that, but I normally trade with the trend, which is very important. Trading with the trend is the most profitable trading system that every professional trader uses. So I would recommend always trade with the trend, because when you are trading with the trend, even if you are wrong, which eventually sometime every trader becomes, but you have a big edge in the market. So you keep in mind that. US30, hi coach, good evening, thank you. Will you please look at Eurusdjpy? Do you consider MA50 at this point where gold can bounce? In that case, it will be around 2027. So what time frame am I 50? Let me know. I will plot it on my chart and we'll see. Trade come to me. Very good, Ellen. Yeah, this is what you need. You need to wait for the trade come to you so that you can guide that trade to the direction. Do you also take live classes? Yes, absolutely, AJ. I do take live Zoom classes. Okay. If you are on the VIP group, definitely you know that. So yeah, where I share all my strategies, teaching day every week, you can find it. So if you are on the group, you can find on the Signal channel. Just go back, scroll down, scroll up. You will find the recorded class as well. So if you miss that Zoom classes, then you will find it in recorded form. Good day, coach. Can you look at Gbpusd? Yeah, absolutely. We'll be looking at that. So opinion in USD NHS. USD NHS, I'm still on the trade and I believe that we still can expect USD NHS to move to the upside. This is the daily candle. As CNHS coming tomorrow, some news coming up. Let's see. The price already has broken very significant liquidity zone. So I'm still bullish and I'll keep holding that trade. We'll be discussing more on that. I just joined now. Tell me, where is gold next going? So gold next going to the moon. You wanna go to the moon? Looks like that. All right, looks like that. Gold is going to the moon. How many of you want to go to the moon with the gold? In fact, it is bullish, and if you look at the daily chart, let's do a full analysis on gold and then we'll jump onto the other pairs. So if you look at gold on the daily, all right, so from the daily perspective, we can see that this is a long-term bull market, and as per the analysis that I made in all my weekly forex forecast, I think that this is, you can go back to the channel. It's really will be helpful to you. It's a free education that you can get. So what I would recommend is go to my channel, and there is a playlist called weekly forex forecast, and just go through all the weekly forex forecast gold analysis, and you will see that actually I think I can't remember which week I was wrong, but there was some time I wrong, but so far I remember that the price is doing exactly as expected. So that will be helpful to you, in fact, because if you are passionate about learning trading, learning analysis, to know how to analyze the market, I would say that that's great content that you can go through along with anything you are trading at the same time. So let me bring that up to you guys. So go to the channel and then follow the playlist. So also make sure that you subscribe to the channel, because based on your interest, YouTube will offer you the content that you are passionate about. So if you subscribe to the channel, then everything will be on your home page. All right, so let's look at here on gold. Now I will be doing full multi time frame analysis on gold, and then we'll be jumping on JPY pairs, especially GJ, and then USD pairs as news is coming up. So let's keep up one by one. First of all, looking at the monthly. Why monthly? Now the price on the monthly in a very crucial level. Okay, why am I saying crucial level? This is the monthly price action. You can see gold in its lifetime has never reached above this level. Firstly, it's approaching that all-time high. Now approaching an all-time high would lead many things. Okay, it's a bit scary place, isn't it? Unknown is scary. Okay, fearful. In fact, you know that probably if you have been in trading for some time, you know that the major emotion that govern our trading are emotion of fear and emotion of greed. I would say that fear is more prominent than greed. Is a stronger emotion than much stronger than greed. You know why? Because let me know, guys, which one you think that stronger emotion, and then we'll go back to that point. It's important that you know that emotion, because though if you're unconsciously trading, then probably you don't know. You might think that the news created a spike that took you out of the trade, or maybe the market is not giving you good trade, the market in consolidation, that's why. But if you're a conscious trader who really understand how things work, then you know that very well that there is a big factor playing here is the emotion. And that's why if you are on that point with me, definitely you know that it's important that you know that emotion of fear is and greed, both of them playing a vital role in trading everyone's, including yours. So then, which emotion is very intense and why? Let me see how many of you coming up with that answer, and in the meantime let me do the full analysis, and then I'll go back to that point because it's a big part of trading psychology. Now we can see that gold from the monthly, it is bull market. Okay, so you can see that the structure it has formed, which is potentially bullish, and we see significant liquidity gap from different levels. So we can expect gold to bounce and to break out from this level. So there is a probability on gold to either to get fully reject, come back down well below, or to break out. Okay, there are two possible scenarios because it's reaching all-time high. Now if we look at the weekly, where we can see that from the weekly, this is an impulse correction, it is in another impulse on gold, which in fact a huge bullish momentum. And from the weekly, as the market has made a move correction and it is in another impulse, so what we could see that on gold is from the weekly, with that move we'll be waiting for deeper pullback and then still remaining bullish. From the daily, today's candle so far, you can see initially has gone up, so it's forming kind of dodgy. It's a daily candle, so it's still not closed, and a monthly candle close coming in 1 day, 10 hours. So before the monthly close, what we could see, even a bounce to the level, huge move, and then with that move we could see that gold reaching that all-time high is a probability. Now from the I'm going to the 5 minutes and 15 minutes. You can see the market is trending to the upside here, and with that uptrend, okay, what do we see that in that area, this is a, you can see this is a channel here, and in this channel, it's a very interesting channel. It has made a big drop, has gone back up, made a channel breakout, made a smaller channel. So basically the market is here, it is trending to the upside. Now for me, as we are approaching a very significant monthly level, I don't want to go up above this level at the moment for any kind of bullish trade to take profit. So the best bet will be to drop with the news coming up, and then to look for that potential entry to the upside, or let's see how the price is evolving. For me, any kind of a break of this low will give us that entry. You see, I was waiting, that's why I did not enter the gold trade yet, is because with this big 4-hour candle, it is possible for gold to create a lower low with this low and then to jump back up, so which might news could do, or if it doesn't, then we'll look to see where we can find that entry opportunity for us to the upside. So it's still bullish and will remain bullish as soon as we will find that entry opportunity. Okay guys, so hope that you are enjoying. Now before I jump onto the next pair to see where you can find, make sure you like the stream, subscribe to the channel. So I'm pausing 2 seconds to everyone to have time to do that. Awesome, thanks for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you are not missing out any of the content that we are posting every single day. All right, so let's see now. After gold, now we see that gold is basically trending here locally. All right, so we need an entry. USD NHS, which is basically moving, and looking at here, let me see. So we see that a good movement on JPY appears. Very good movement coming up on JPY. I'm just quickly look at all of them. Let's see what's happening with Euro GBP. Euro JPY. So JPY pairs looks very good. Now we have seen gold is moving, so let it move and I'll come back to it. Let me look at GBP JPY. As you can see, this market, there is a drop here on GJ. Let me see. So GBP JPY, if we look at this instrument on GJ, here we see that this is also a very strong bull market, GBP JPY, as you know that. So looking at the monthly on GJ here, from the monthly we can see that from the monthly perspective on GBP JPY, it is a long-term bull market. Okay, so with that long-term bullish market, what we see that this is a monthly price action, and the market structure is a very predictably bullish. Okay, so how do you know a market structure is bullish or bearish? Okay, so if you see a market creating series of high and low, and along the way forming false breakdown, which is a very strong bullish market structure. And you saw that I use word strong or weaker, is from how do you know that a market structure is a strong or weaker? Also, it's a very important question, right? So we'll be discussing on that. GBP JPY is a long-term bullish market. From the monthly, it is bullish. Now, if we look at the weekly, what we can see from the weekly perspective here is this is the weekly support. There is a bullish engulfer. Past week we have seen, after breaking all this low, massive upside, followed by, you know, there is a gap opening on the weekly time frame, and then the market had dropped down. Now from the daily, so here is the thing is that in this bull market from the daily, so far the price, you have seen that we took a massive trade from here on GJ, which in fact has gone to that level that we expected. Now at the moment we saw back-to-back 2 days of drop, and it's now trying to break to the upside again. So let's see on the intraday perspective, where we see that GJ is now slowly bouncing up that level. For me to go long on GJ, what we need a clean market structure for a change of trend from this local downtrend, because it formed a very stronger structure. See, there's a big consolidation and then drop, and again huge consolidation, drop. So if it is repeating the same thing here, consolidation, then we might see another drop. So that is why what we need is basically a confirmation of break of this level and then moving up. I think that personally GJ, that's why I'm not long yet. I think that GJ may not go like that, okay, because it might drop further, but I will never be seller on GJ at the moment because it's a long-term bull market. Anytime it could turn to be bullish. So if we see Gbpusd has made enough effort to change the trend, then we can look for entry opportunity in Gbpusd. All right guys, so we'll be looking at that. And with that said, let's keep eye. I will not label anything on GJ because this market is here, it is trending to the upside. So you want to see that in fact where the price is heading, because from the daily, the only level that we can very importantly look at with the news, if we see GJ suddenly got weaker, so we might see that it's hitting the 20 EMA and then bouncing off that level. Okay, so let's keep eye on GJ and on gold, and let me know which one you are keeping eye as well. I buy 0.34 lot at 2046 in gold. So you bought it so high. So we'll look, it is always, I'm trying to explain to you, all of you, that buying from higher price is not a good idea. Okay, and also buying from the lower price also not a good idea. So this is a big part or to discuss on that. We'll be talking on that. First let me see, dollar yen today was bullish. Coach, how will go? Dollar yen, yeah, we see some kind of momentum coming in dollar. Okay, so dollar yen, we'll be looking at that. How do you identify when to trade at the right time, as you mentioned, that the market come to you? Yes, this is what we were discussing on that. Yeah, absolutely. I do identify, every trader identify a level, a zone, a pattern to trade, and that is called a strategy, right? That is called a strategy, where you know that this is where you should be triggering that trade button. So before we go to that, okay, let's discuss about that big part of trading is the trading psychology, which is the emotion, and then we'll discuss on how you can find that zone where you can trigger, because here are two things. There is one external, one internal. External is where you see that pattern, you see that setup and you will be opening that position. Internal is where your emotion that governing your trading. So let me see what you guys come up with this. I ask a question about what kind of emotion is very intense in trading. So did anyone come up with answer? Okay, so to clean up that, okay, so there are two kinds of major emotion governs the trading is a fear and greed, right? These are the two very detrimental emotion that I would say is governing the trading. Now, among of that two, the most intense is fear, even than greed. So the anxiety. So what's the difference between anxiety and fear? Anxiety is not fear. Okay. So anxiety is worry. Worry and fear is different. So when you look at that fear, okay, why it is stronger than greed is because fear is survival. Okay, emotion of fear relates to the survival, and that is why it is a stronger emotion than greed, because greed is what you want to have or get to elevate yourself or to achieve something. But if you don't get it, you can survive, right? But fear is survival, is very primitive, and that is why the emotion of fear is stronger than emotion of greed. And where does the fear come from? Okay, what kind of fear? Like, what is fear? Why does, you might say, that fear comes in? Fear is, so the brain basically fears the unknown. Okay, so what is unknown is always brain register as fear. So we talk about that gold chart that we looked at. Gold is reaching that all-time high. So there is an unknown here. Okay, this zone is an unknown, and that unknown is fearful, scary, and because of that, all those sell-off, you see that all those long wick candles is formed because of that fear. You see, there is a huge sell-off happen that brought gold to almost $1,617. Not 60. From that zone, it came about $1,677, and then from this zone again has gone up. Again, fear of unknown, because this level has never been revisited. It's dropped back to $1,616. Now it is approaching the same fear, so there could be another sell-off, okay, or it might be able to break that high. So we could see the retest of that all-time high, that fear zone, and because of that we can expect for potential bullish opportunity coming up in the market. So, and because of that, I will be waiting for the market to give us a trading opportunity. Okay, so gold will remain bullish as we are expecting for the price to bounce up that level. Do you can you quickly look at euro dollar? Coach, please look at dollar CAD and dollar yen. Yeah, dollar pair will be looking at that. Where to lose? Okay, Can you quickly look at Euro USD? I will be looking at that. Boy is gone. Boy is gone. I don't see that boy is gone. Do you see, guys? The boy is gone. Dollar yen now going bullish. So dollar yen going bullish. Okay, we'll be looking at that. Hi coach. Are you on which trades currently? Currently we are on USD CNHs. I will be opening any trade coming along the way. It is possible. It's possible when Asian session just start. Gold move 100 pip. I mean gold mostly move in New York or London session. Yeah, okay. Yeah, of course, Bikash Kumar. So when Asian session, yeah, it is possible, very possible. In Asian session also gold moves, every instrument moves, absolutely. More of it moves on New York session and London session, but Asian session also gold moves, especially when there is a news on AUD, or when you see that FOMC, you'll see gold moves in Asian session. More often it does. So it's session not related to fully session, but related to the events. These events, okay, we see there is a bounce here suddenly on gold. What happened? Yeah, so we see some kind of bounce coming on gold. So the movement that we discussed, let's say tomorrow, so we saw WTI also getting very stronger, very aggressive, is because of that reason. So the movement depends on events rather than anything else. These events are catalyst, okay? So that normally bring the price to a zone where you can think of buying and selling. So for example, today you see that gold has moved a lot in Asian session. Okay, so this is the opening of the candle with the AUD, and yesterday this is on New York session. So it depends on, so this move with the market opening, you have seen that. So the market opened here, and in the first two candle of the Asian session, gold has made a huge move yesterday, first day of trading week, not yesterday, and then it has gone for a consolidation, right? So these two candles is during the Asian session. This is the Asian session candle. So basically it moves depend on the events and factors happening around the world. So now it doesn't mean that, you know, okay, gold will move Asian session, I'll trade on Asian session, gold will move on London session, then I'll switch to London session. I don't think it's a good idea. The best idea that I found is to stay disciplined, because what happened is that when you trade on one session or one specific time, the market almost behave in the same way in that same period of time. So that is why it is good idea to stay in discipline no matter what. Okay, at the end of the day, discipline will make you profitable trader. I would say that not only in trading, in all dimension of one's life, discipline is needed. Okay, in gambling also discipline needed. You know that casino owners, if you go back to the history of the casino owners, probably they also were gambler, right? Because this is how it happens. We are trader. You see that most brokerage firm, you will see that most brokerage owner, if you go to the history, you will find that they are trader. That's how it happens, because they know what it is, and they become. And the casino owner, if he's a gambler or she's a gambler, you'll see that he or she is an extremely disciplined gambler. That's why he made so much money and he built up a casino, right? But you know that gambling might ruin your life even. But when you are a disciplined gambler, you basically make a lot of money. So that is why whatever you do, it is important that you're gonna do it in discipline. Okay, in a relationship also you have to be disciplined, otherwise gonna get exhausted. So it is important that you always remain disciplined. Now discipline comes down to following proper plan, which is very important. And in trading, one must have proper trading plan so that he or she can follow. Do you have a trading plan? Let me know. If you don't have, let me know why you don't have and when you're willing to make one. If you have, let us know that when did you make that trading plan. So let me see here. Okay, so here I think the gold, this is a very strong liquidity grab, and as news coming in just 40 minutes, let's find out what gold is trying to do here. Okay, once we will find that entry, we'll be looking to enter. Let me see the Gbpusd. So Gbpusd is, after breaking all this low, you see that there is a very strong momentum currently in that market. What kind of price action GJ is making is crucial to see, because it is a bull market, and as we see this market with the market opening initially has come down to the support level. So far we could I'm not very impressed still for a very strong bullish momentum. Instead we see that some kind of movement coming on gold. Okay, so we'll leave that here on gold. Any kind of entry, we'll know that. So now the question has come out to be, how do you know that the market is showing its hand? Let's look at that, how we know that the market is showing its hand. Fix. Thank you. Can we expect the gold to go higher today? We can expect, yeah, absolutely. We already see that today gold has crossed 2050 level, and we can expect to revisit that level, absolutely. Ajay, big up from Kenya, thank you. Should we take buy entry in Eurusdjpy now? So have we opened any trade? So we are on one trade, still no more trade. Let's see, once we find another one, definitely will be opening. Now let me see dollar yen quickly. The dollar yen not showing very good price action. Also tomorrow dollar CAD news coming. You see, when the market form this kind of structure, yeah, this kind of consolidation, for the price to find a bit struggle to break the high to create a new higher high. So to break this kind of structure and then to move in the direction, it needs a bit very stronger liquidity. And because of that, you can see that from the monthly here, the price already below that level, and it might even come down further. So you might say, then what kind of structure the price find it to break? Let me go back to an example of Gbpusd, looking at the daily. See that breakdown, a very clean breakdown. Okay, so this is what I look for. If you look at that dollar CAD, okay, so in that instrument there is a big consolidation, the market below this level, though it is below this liquidity zone, still there is a probability for further downside on dollar CAD. Because this local trend is down, I will wait for dollar CAD to form, create a structure and then to go back up. So when the market changes its trend, we will know that it has changed its trend, has formed a reversal pattern, retested, and then only we can look to go long or go, to take a trade in the direction of the major trend. All right, so now let's also focus on USD euro dollar, like USD pairs, some of the USD pairs. Looking at euro dollar, so euro dollar, we saw that there was a move. Okay, this is a bullish move followed by this correction here, and with that correction euro dollar has started to bounce up from this level. Okay, so with that move, currently euro dollar, as the news is coming, I will be waiting for a deeper pullback and then continuation to the upside. Let's do a full analysis looking at the monthly on euro dollar. Now from the monthly on euro dollar, which is a long-term bullish market, we have seen that previously a breakdown on euro dollar to this liquidity zone, and then the price has returned back again with this monthly impulse. Now if you look at the weekly price action, there was a big move here, and we see the price again has reached to the zone where what I think that still it is bullish, but we might see with the monthly and weekly close later dropping down again. But at the moment, if you look at the daily, it is still maintaining that bullish market structure. Now this daily candle is still not closed, but we see some kind of pullback coming. So looking at the intraday, here as the news coming, what I think that news might bring that price for deeper liquidity grab, and then we can expect for the price to move up to create a new higher high. So this is where I will be waiting. Even on the lower time frame, you can see 1 hour chart, there was a structure here, a break from that, and it's now consolidating. So if you draw a level here, a trend line, where we can see for euro dollar to drop is those levels. Okay, so this is what I'm expecting on euro dollar to break any of this, as this is the nearest trend line. Okay, the price to drop, break this level to drop to this liquidity zone, and then to go back up. Now as we discussed previously, how do you know a market giving you its hand or when to enter? This is what we will be discussing based on that. So if you look at euro dollar, how do you know that the market is giving its hand? Okay, so responding to that question from one of you is finding. Okay, so how do you know a market is changing its trend or giving you a hand that you can take? Okay, which is very crucial as a trader to know that, okay, this is where I will be opening the trade. Now to answer this question, you need to know the language of the market. What is the language of the market? The language of the market is how the market is moving. Okay, what it is creating, the pattern is also the language of the market. See, in fact, if you look at alphabet, okay, they are basically some pattern, right? Some words, some letters, and they are arranging to form a word. The market also form a pattern. That pattern is essential for you to know what is pattern. Okay, what kind of pattern is this? Okay, and that is why trading is so easy, but at the same time so difficult. Why trading is easy? Because you don't need to know any kind of language to read those patterns. Okay, either from any country you are, either you have studied or no, you have went to the school or no, you can read those patterns, because our brain is very good at reading patterns. You know, before discovering the language, still human beings survive, right, based understanding the pattern. If you go to some kind of ancient school or ancient artifact, that if you look at, go to the pyramid or any kind of old stone carve or any kind of stonework, if you look at, you'll see that just symbols, and they use different kind of symbols, patterns to convey or communicate that languages, is because this is how the human being, the brain works. So to know that the market has given you its hand, so you need to first of all understand the pattern. And this is how, in fact, that institutional trader trade. They are moving that market, right? They also trade based on pattern. It's all about that. Sometimes we think that, okay, I need something very special that no one knows. You don't need something very special that no one knows. You need to be something that is special, who you are, that no one knows. Okay? You don't need something very special that no one knows. You need to be someone very special that no one knows, which is very important. So with that being said, when you look at this market here, say on euro dollar, what kind of pattern you see? See, the market will create pattern that is predictable, understandable, and at the same time unpredictable. Predictable in terms of probability. The biggest mistake a trader makes is that we look at individual trades, but you need to look at the probability of those trades. Imagine that I gave you a pattern like that. Okay, this is a pattern, right? It's very common and repetitive pattern happening over and over and over again. Now when you trade this pattern, how do you trade? The price is here. How do you trade this pattern? Okay, this is where the edge comes in place. Now if you trade this pattern 300 times, that is where profit comes in place, right? Because when you trade this pattern 300 times, how many times, how many risks to reward that you have, combining all together will make you profitable trader. Okay, so this is super important. Now with that pattern, how do you recognize that pattern, that it is a bullish or bearish pattern? The way you'll recognize is from the repetition in the market. Okay, so you'll study the pattern and then you'll see how many times the price has repeated those patterns so that you can trade those patterns. This is how you'll read that. We'll discuss on more on that, and in the meantime, let's see how the price is doing here on euro dollar. As you can see, we are expecting for the price to drop further a bit, and then we'll be looking to enter in any of those trades, guys. So hope that you are enjoying. Let me know if you are enjoying. We'll be discussing more on that, and also to learn those patterns, learn the strategy based on that pattern. It is important that you also give yourself some time. It is important that you learn specific kind of system that you can repeat over and over and again in the market. So to be a profitable trader, you don't need to have a very unique skill, but you need to be the unique person. Okay, because 90% traders fail in the market. So make sure that you stick to the channel to to learn more about how you can become a consistently profitable trader by understanding how the market moves. Okay, let me see now on if we look at the Gbpusd again, see here. Okay, we see that, as I mentioned earlier, we might see that GJ from a double top. Yeah. Okay, so let me see on gold here. Still there isn't much movement yet, as the news coming in just 25 minutes. I want to know, guys, your bias on all of them. So let me see what you guys are thinking on that. Okay, so looking at you look at the gold. What is your bias on gold? So let's see. Okay, so I've created a pool. So let's see. Let's place a vote, guys, to see which way you think that the market is heading. Is it wise to buy USD NHS now? This is an irrelevant question if you ask, is it wise to buy USD NHS now? Because it is an irrelevant question, because you can't guess something to buy based on being wise or unwise, because you need to have a specific setup that will tell you to buy or sell, which neither wise nor unwise. So because if you think that to do something is wise or no, that means you are guessing, and when you are guessing, then you're not gonna making anything. Because what is the difference between gambling and trading is only the edge. So if you look at, let's imagine that typical casino. Why does gambler doesn't make money? You can say that 100% gambler ultimately at the end of the day lose money. Okay, so those who play on casino, poker or whatever games that has, though I don't have much experience on that, but if you look at, go to the casino and see all of them, then 100% gambler lose money in their life. Now why? Because when you guess something, toss a coin, then you'll see either it will give you head or tail, right? Now it could happen that back to back 5 times you got right. Okay, you said head and it appeared again head, it appeared again head, back to back 5 times. It could happen. But if you repeat it for 5,000 times, there are some apps you can find on mobile phone as well. It will be ultimately almost 50%, nearly, okay, could be 48, 52, or almost nearly 50%. And because nearly 50%, you might say, okay, then I'm not losing nor gaining anything. You are losing because you need to pay some bills to the casino, right? So that's why ultimately after 100 trial, ultimately if your capital is $5,000, it's gonna come to $4,000 or $3,000. So you are loser at the end. Now in trading, you need an edge. That is called trading, because as a trader we have an edge. And who is the casino? Same thing, you are trading on a platform and you can't trade without a platform, right? And there's a bid and ask price all the time. And to make all of them in your side, you need very strong edge in the market. And that edge is set up. That edge is a strategy, is the liquidity, market structure and price action that we talk about. And this is the strategy that also I talk about, and I also am teaching all of you guys. If you are on the platform, that you know that every weekend I'm posting a lot of content to help every trader. Also doing that VIP Zoom classes, where if you are on the group, then you can go back to the group, shuffle and see all the classes where you can see step-by-step guidance how we formulate the strategy. So this is where I was talking about, that if you want to learn trading, then you need to know how to find an edge rather than relying on guessing. Okay, so let me see what's your bias on gold. So you see that 71% bullish, and so 29% or 28% bearish. Okay, so we see majority of them are bullish. Let me see. So gold is still very bullish, okay, but we want to see that the price has broken out of that structure, which is very important. Which I think in term might happen that way. If you look at, okay, we could see that gold is breaking down here, and then we can look for entry once we see the market has shown its way. It is super important, guys, that you always look at from the approach of highest probability. You see, when this market now trending in this zone, this is in a bullish market, right? Now I'm still not opening a trade. Why? Because I want to see that the market in an extreme zone where the market is almost, give up, that some trader give up thinking like that. You know what kind of trader loses money? So who loses money mostly and who makes money? If you know that, just understanding, answering that question, who loses money and who makes money, you can become a profitable trader just very short period of time. Because if you know who makes money and you become that who, and you start to make money. So and it's possible, it's very simple. You might say, okay, who knows the strategy, who knows market more? But let's go to the point of who makes money in the market and who loses money. This is a question that I'm asking you guys. Let me know. While I was looking at GJ, you can see from that level, which is potentially dropping down here. This is what we talk about, GJ. And you see this is a resistance here, which is not, in the beginning we discussed that. So this level, this structure is very strong here. You can see this is a resistance here, resistance here, resistance here. And I was not impressed for a bull because, as I mentioned, I think that that's gonna drop further. And we see that sudden drop here. Okay. So the price is trying to bounce from that level. Okay, this is a primarily a liquidity zone, and price is in a very crucial level. I would look for going long. Still not a very good place. There is a probability for upside, but still these levels, these are very important liquidities and still remaining. So we might see bounce from here to create a new higher high, or could see further drop. I'm still not satisfied based on my strategy. I would wait a bit more downside movement here. So let me see what's happening with gold. Okay, gold with this breakdown, news in 10 minutes. So gold is showing a potential breakout. Okay, so that drop here, it is a false breakout here, and that is where you could see that gold might be heading to the upside. Let's keep eye on that to see how the market is doing, and then we'll be looking to enter now. I'm long on gold. Is it risky to not to close it before news? It's not risky to not to close it before the news unless your stop loss is very tight, or you are not trading if you are trading without a stop loss. Yes, it is risky depending on what strategy you are using. Yeah. Potential entry on GU, please review. Okay, potential entry on GU, which we see that some upside, but what time frame you are looking at? 15 minutes or 5 minutes? There is a news in 8 minutes. At the moment, it is not a good idea to enter. We might see bounce, but let's be patient for next 15 minutes. Next 8 minutes, because there could be spike. Then I'm against the majority. Okay, so if you're against the majority, then you're gonna might be so if you are trading just against the majority, that might not be an option, right? Going against the majority, always you might be under the pump, isn't it? So it's the way it is. We'll be discussing on that. Which your opinion on gold is bullish after a new bearish? Okay. Skillful and patient trader is profitable. Very good question. Answer: who is managing risk management? They make money from trading. So sir, yeah, is that legit company? Okay, so yeah, this is the very good answer. All right, so who makes money in the market and who loses? Impatient trader loses money in the market, and those are patient, they makes money in the market. Okay, it's all about patience. It's a big virtue in terms of trading. So why? Let's look at from now a technical standpoint. You might say, okay, that I'm so patient that even I don't open any trade, then also you'll be losing money, right? Because there could be a breakout at some point. So it is important that understanding when to be patient and when to act, which is finding a balancing point and then acting from that place. So why does impatient trader loses money and patient makes money? this is where the smart money trading strategy comes in play. You'll see that you just need to, in majority of the time, when you, I know that many of you have had that experience. After you open, you realize that if you waited one more candle, you could get an amazing trade. Just one more candle you should have wait. The trade has gone in your direction, the trade has gone to the profit target, just you have entered a little bit of early. So that little bit of patience is making that big difference, because we all know where is support, where is resistance, and by knowing that where is support and where is resistance, we just buy on the support or before the support. Just can't wait to take the trade, because it's on the support, it's gonna go up, it's gonna go up. But before going up, it just had one more shift and then has gone back up. So those who are patient, that wait for that false breakdown or false breakout, taking out all the traders who are a little bit of impatient, and then going back in the direction that you need. Now, why that happens, this is where it comes down to the liquidity understanding. We will be discussing on that as the news coming. Next point, we will be understanding the liquidity. Now, if you are passionate about trading, make sure that you are sticking till the end of this live session. And also, before I progress further, make sure guys smash the like button and also hit that subscribe button if you haven't done yet. So let's make it, push it to the 100 likes. Did you do that? That's awesome. Looking very good. And thanks. I'm committed to make the best content possible in the market, in this whole trading industry. As you have seen that this channel is definitely unique, so you can find a lot of content that will change your trading completely. So once you subscribe, everything is going to go to your home page. So now let's move on to the next point. On here, CHF-JPY, in that zone, in this area, there is a local break here. Okay, so here CHF-JPY, also you see the local downside. Now gold, again I'm looking at that, looking at some of the JPY pairs. I'm just keeping eye on all of them as the news coming to see which way the market is heading. Let me quickly look at WTI, USD ZAR, dollar yen, USD CNHS, USD CHF, dollar CAD, GBP USD, GBP JPY. Okay, so gold, GBP AUD, just moving up in that direction, euro dollar. So until the news being released, we may not find anything that might give us that very impressive entry. One minute to go. So it has come down to 68% on bullish and 32% bearish, which is pretty impressive that the price in fact moving in that direction that we expected. Okay, that liquidity gap, so that we could see that downside for that was I was waiting. So let me see how it did. Okay, so USDC and it just had a bounce, which is good. Dollar yen, GBP, JPY, let me see all of them. Okay, so gold, this is where our eye on gold. What time is it now? What's the spread on the market? We might see some bullish momentum on gold. Does the spread become normal or is still crazy? Okay, so GJ has made a big long wick candle with a head and shoulder signaling potential further drop. Let me see. So the price might, GJ might bounce, no, return back from that level. Let me see that on, okay, so euro dollar. So what kind of structure it is doing? Let's quickly look at the news release. What has came out from the data? If you look at the calendar here, GBP coming up later. So GDP on USD 5.2%. So you saw the positive data came out for DXY, how it has reacted. So we see that because of that some kind of bounce on DXY might be. Let me see how price action is forming. So that might, look at the 4-hour with a gap opening doji and daily price action from this liquidity zone. So there is a probability, because this market on DXY is in a very strong downtrend. I'm not expecting a very, instant breakout, but it is possible for DXY slowly turning to a bull market. And now we need to look at how euro dollar and USD pairs are doing. GBP USD and euro dollar, we see that the buyers not getting enough fuel. So what I think that we might see that pullback on all of them. Okay, so the price is at the top. Even we could see as at the end of the month it is. So it is possible for price, because if you look at the GBP USD from the monthly, you can see this is the monthly high, and the price has broken that high before the monthly close. We could see now a deeper pullback. So that is that gold also possible for a deeper pullback to come down, or just to drop for a deeper liquidity gap and then bounce back up. So in that case, if we see that what it did, GJ just had, see, just getting liquidity from all sides. Okay, so I normally, don't try to trade against the trend, but if we see that GBP USD is preparing for a reversal, then we can look for selling. But at the moment, this candle, this 1 hour candle closing in 22 minutes, which might give us a mixed signal. So far, this is a 30 minutes candle, which can be a bearish signal for this drop on GBPUSD as the monthly close coming. Look at the monthly candle, has moved well above this level. So patience is the key, guys. Let's be patient. As we saw that there is a positive data came out for GDP, so we might see that some kind of strengthening on DXY, that is giving a strength on the USD. So looking at CHF JPY, because JPY is weaker, so because dollar got stronger, we might see some weakness on JPY pairs, like on JPY. So strengthening on JPY pairs could be. See that gold. Now there are two probable scenario on gold. Is after dropping down, after breaking this low, it is possible for gold to go back up again, as this is a very important liquidity zone. So we'll keep eye from all angles to see how the market is trying to evolve here. Okay, let it drop here and then we'll be looking for an entry. So guys, how are you doing? Which way you are looking at the market. Middleman 5-minute dollar yen. Okay, so I think dollar will move up to grab liquidity before dropping again. I think, you know, it might be a trend change call. Okay, it could be because it's end of the month. The sentiment in majority of the time you see that changes at the end of the month or in the beginning of the month. So it could be a change of trend call. And that is why when I trade at the end of the month, I became very cautious, because this is where the sentiment changes for the whole month. The environment moves. Now, it could be a liquidity grab, which could give us, for example, on gold, can give us a very good buying opportunity, or could be a trend change call. So to know that, let's see how the price is reacting to an extreme zone, and then we will know that. So when you look at multiple pairs, it becomes easy to understand. Okay, so USD CNHS, which also moving up. We are on that trade yet. From USD CNHS perspective, we see that there is a potential bounce possible on DXY. If you look at the weekly, after breaking the weekly low, it is trying to bounce off that level. So okay, so GJ ultimately, after slaughtering all sides, is trying to be bullish here. Still not very good bullish price action, could be, but I don't consider it as still very good bullish price action on GBP/JPY. USD CNHS showing a bullish, potential bullish momentum. Now looking at the daily, we have seen a very sharp drop, rejection from the support level. As CNHS news coming tomorrow, we could see that potential bounce, which we are running that trade on dollar yen. Okay, we see that as well, bounce from the weekly. until we find the setup that we are looking at, there is no way we can put our capital at risk, right? So I don't over trade, but I try to find the best trade. The market will puzzle you every moment, okay? Until you master it, that how the market is so it's kind of illusion, okay? So it will make you this way and that way thinking, switching the thinking from over and over again until you find your setup. And it is not like a maths that you add 1 plus 1 equal 2, so you look for 1 and you found 1, and you look for another 1, you found another 1, so you add them 2. Okay, you got it. Now let's buy, because it's future is unpredictable. Okay, so that's why it is always a good idea to be patient and to look at from every angle possible, or from buyer's perspective, from seller's perspective, so that it's all about conviction in the market. The market moves based on conviction, okay? The stronger the conviction that a group or buyers or sellers have, the market will move in that direction. And so we need to put our foot in their shoes, from buyers and sellers, and to see who is actually in control in the market, and then looking for that entry. Okay guys, so if you are enjoying the live session, don't hesitate to like the stream, and also don't hesitate to subscribe to the channel. So let's find out where the market is heading. Is it forming a head and shoulder here to drop, or it is a liquidity grab and then moving up? That's the question that we can answer here. Then we will be entering once we find a satisfactory answer. I put the highest importance to the trend. Okay? So trend is very important, because when you are trading with the trend, you are always trading with the bigger flow in the market, right? So flow is very important. So when you are looking at the market, you look at the flow, order flow, okay, which is very important. So which way the order flow is coming up, you will understand from the price action pattern that you can see in the market. Okay, GJ has formed potentially bullish. Let me see where. This is a bullish price action so far on Gbpusd. Gold is going back up again. So GJ basically breaking out of the trend line. Okay, so this trend line, this resistance, where we see that from the 1 hour also got tested and bounced off that level. So in that case, where you can expect GJ to be heading as the monthly close coming. So the probability for Gbpusd is to go up is high. So if we look at how many pips here, it's going to be 30 pip. So this 15 minutes candle, okay, we need to see that it has managed to break to the upside to create a new higher high. Okay guys, so AUD USD, so still I see very contradictory price action in different kind of instrument. AUD USD has formed a potentially bearish price action here. Okay, so if it is forming that bearish price action, then the price action is AUD USD is still bearish. So if AUD USD is still bearish, then gold cannot be very strongly bullish, and in that case GJ also even might be remaining sideways or bearish, because they have a correlationship with the risky currency and the safe currency. Wanna know guys how you are thinking? Eurojpy, USDjpy, will be looking at that gold man middleman form work time frame. The trick, I'm learning driver and I'm just going very slow. If I go too fast, I'll definitely crash. So at the moment I'm observing and not in haste of making money. Money will definitely come on time. Yes, absolutely, very good point, but make sure that you are not driving at 50 km/h in a 100 km road. Okay, so you also need to maintain a minimum speed so that you are not making a traffic jam. So it is important that always create a balance between taking a risk and not taking a risk. Okay, so this is a complete understanding of trader, when to act, when not to. Sometimes you have to take some kind of risk, not risk that will blow you, but the risk that will give you the reward, because every reward comes as a reward of a risk. So yeah, make sure you go slow and also go fast when you need it. Alright, so here let me see the dollar yen. Dollar yen is trying to bounce off that level. So USD CNHS is basically, there is a chance for a big bounce on USD CNHS. We are holding that trade, we'll keep running that. And okay, so GJ is slowly breaking out of that trend line, which I was waiting for. What kind of price action is gold is making? Okay, so Gbpusd, the last moment we see some kind of deeper pullback. On GJ, I will be only interested in buying because it's a long-term bullish market. Okay, so it is not a very good idea for selling on a bull market. Looking at CHFJPY, what's happening with GBPUSD? Okay, so 1 hour candle closing on GBPUSD. Also 4 hour candle closing with a long wick candle. Euro dollar has formed a doji. So the chances for sell off on euro dollar now is high. So that means there is a chance for dollar to get stronger, where we see USD CNHs also have shown bullish momentum. So that means we might see a downside on gold, which we could see, and that could lead also, let me see GBPJPY going the other So it might go in a sideway or bullish GJ, so that one not as expected, but on USD pairs, chances after breaking that high again going back up. So trading against the trend, major trend, is a bit harder, but let's see how the price is reacting to those levels. So AUD USD from bearish price action. So let's a bit more be patient to see where the market is going. So from the, you see this is the daily chart on euro dollar. After breaking that high, price started to move. It might now come down for deeper pullback, so the chances for USD pairs to drop is very high. For gold, which also you are looking at, guys, it is at the end of the month, and the market sometime at the end of the month little bit remain a little bit of confusing. So it is always good idea not to take a trade without understanding that it is in the strategy or no. And yeah, this is where the most important part of trading is to be disciplined and not looking to trade that is not there. Dollar yen looks, as dollar getting stronger, yen inherently bearish, so dollar yen looks a bit more comfortable than anything else, because this market from the weekly already overextended and then got rejected. According to our TF strategy, we see that dollar yen showing that potential bullish back-to-back to bullish signal here according to the TF strategy, according to TF indicator. So this indicator also available for you in your dashboard, in your student dashboard. You can find it if you click to your trading tool. You can find it from your dashboard on the website. So only if you are a lifetime member, then you can access it, because to use the indicator you must know the strategy. You need to go through the video, all the videos available on the dashboard, and then you can use that. So now dollar yen, what we can see in that area, a bullish move, And in among all of them, as dollar getting stronger slowly, and dollar yen, it's a long-term bull market. Dollar yen is better choice than any other yen pairs at the moment. So there is a long weekend. It might come down again for a liquidity gap here. Because I know that you guys are a bit patient here. See, you guys are very patient, which is very important. Here is a doji here, which is very interesting doji on the 5 minutes. So this is the support 2035 level. All right, now in that support, from that support, the price is still not tested that level here. Many people here. Okay, so there is a mixed price action yet. But guys, I'm not seeing any trade yet. You can do, when you can't see any trade, you can't force the market, isn't it? So what I was talking about, that you need to see the trade to trade the market. Okay, we do open quite a few trades, you have seen that, including this live session. All right, and in our previous trade USD CNHs, which in fact now has reached our entry, and this one, as the CNH is coming, we are expecting it to bounce off that level. If it bounce off, then it will give us that 4%. If one trade work out in a week, don't you think that is more than enough like that? Some trader very hardly make 3% in a month. Okay, so we made in the past month around 16%. This week also I'm heading to profit target that 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 is we can count on, and let's keep that we're trading with patience and with proper risk management to find the trade from a zone where we can count on. And as WTI news coming up, we could see some good trade on this one as well. If US oil drop back below this swing low, I will be going long on this instrument. This is gonna be very volatile tomorrow and today. So US oil dropping down to any of this liquidity zone, will look for going long, which is a bearish bullish price action. And with that said, guys, as with the New York session progressed, I will be still looking for the best trade possible in the market. We see some kind of movement here on GJ, but still not that much impressive that we can open. But as soon as you will find, I will be opening the trade. And in the meantime, if you want to join us to learn the strategy that I am trading, you can join us. Link below this video in the description. And also if you want to join the broker that I am trading, also you can find the link below this video in the description. You can do that. And with that said, thank you, and I'll see you soon in the next live. So far, we do open, I think we open the highest number of trade in this whole YouTube live. So I'm sure that you guys enjoying this live session every day, and don't miss out anything by subscribing to the channel and also pressing that bell button. Until that, I'll see you again very soon in the next live coming up tomorrow with new opportunity coming up in the market. Until that, stay well, stay happy, manage your risk when you are trading. See you very soon.